Forget your jumbo jets and your fancy airliners. Let's talk about the real daredevils of the sky helicopters. These aren't your average flying machines. They're more like airborne acrobats, capable of feats that would make a biplane blush. Imagine hovering in mid-air, darting sideways, even flying backwards. That's the magic of helicopters, and today we're going to take a peek under the hood and see what makes these magnificent machines tick. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty of spinning blades and whatnot, let's get one thing straight. A helicopter is not just a plane with a really big fan on top, it's a completely different beast. Think of it like this. A plane is like a sleek, streamlined cheetah, built for speed and distance. A helicopter, on the other hand, is more like a hummingbird, nimble and agile, capable of flitting about with incredible precision. The key difference, those massive blades you see on top, the ones that make a racket louder than 1,000 vuvuzelas. We call that the main rotor, and it's the heart and soul of any helicopter. So, how do these spinning blades actually get a several-ton hunk of metal off the ground? The answer, my friends, is lift. Just like the wings of an airplane, a helicopter's rotor blades are designed to generate lift, but they do it in a totally different way. See, airplane wings rely on forward motion to create lift. Helicopters, on the other hand, generate lift by spinning their rotor blades really, really fast. This spinning action forces air downwards, creating an upward force that lifts the helicopter skyward. It's like blowing really hard on a piece of paper and watching it magically float. Now let's talk about those blades for a minute. They're not just some flimsy pieces of metal, you know. They're carefully engineered masterpieces of aerodynamics. Each blade is shaped like an airplane wing with a curved upper surface and a flatter lower surface. As the blades spin, air flows faster over the curved top surface than the bottom, creating a difference in air pressure. This pressure difference generates lift, just like with airplane wings. The faster the blades spin, the more lift they generate and the higher the helicopter can climb. Now here's where things get a bit tricky. Spinning those massive blades creates a lot of torque, a twisting force that wants to spin the helicopter in the opposite direction. Imagine trying to hold a spinning bicycle wheel by its axle. It would want to twist you around. To counteract this torque and keep the helicopter stable, we have the tail rotor. This smaller rotor, mounted vertically on the tail, acts like a little propeller, pushing air sideways and counteracting the torque from the main rotor. Without the tail rotor, the helicopter would spin uncontrollably like a top about to topple over. Not exactly ideal for a smooth flight, is it? So we've got these massive blades spinning, a tail rotor keeping things from going haywire, but how does the pilot actually control this mechanical beast? Well, they've got two main controls, the cyclic and the collective. The cyclic is like a joystick, controlling the tilt of the main rotor. Tilt it forward and the helicopter moves forward. Tilt it sideways, and guess what? The helicopter goes sideways. The collective is a lever that controls the pitch of the rotor blades, which determines how much lift they generate. Pull up on the collective, the blades bite into the air more, generating more lift and making the helicopter climb. Push it down and the helicopter descends. It's all a delicate balancing act, like conducting an orchestra of spinning blades and roaring engines. Now, all this spinning and lifting requires a lot of power, and that's where the engine comes in. Most helicopters use either piston engines or turbine engines. Piston engines are like the ones you find in cars, but bigger and more powerful. Turbine engines, on the other hand, are more like jet engines, using a spinning turbine to generate power. These engines are thirsty beasts, guzzling down fuel like it's going out of style. That's why fuel is such a crucial factor in helicopter operations. Too little and you risk a forced landing in someone's backyard. Too much and the extra weight will drag you down faster than you can say Mayday. Now, you might be thinking all this talk about spinning blades and tail rotors is fascinating, but what are helicopters actually good for? Well, my friend, that's where things get really interesting. Helicopters are like the Swiss Army knives of the aviation world, capable of performing a dizzying array of tasks. Need to rescue someone stranded on a mountaintop? Helicopter. Transporting VIPs across a congested city? Helicopter. Filming a car chase scene for a blockbuster movie? Helicopter. They can be found everywhere, from bustling cities to remote wilderness areas, performing tasks that would be impossible for any other aircraft. They're the unsung heroes of the skies, the workhorses that keep our world turning. So, there you have it, a whirlwind tour of the wonderful world of helicopter mechanics. We've covered a lot of ground, from the basic principles of lift and thrust to the intricacies of tail rotors and cyclic controls. But the key takeaway is this, that helicopters are incredible machines, capable of defying gravity and performing feats that would make even the most seasoned pilot shake their head in wonder. They're a testament to human ingenuity, a symbol of our unyielding desire to conquer the skies. Stay tuned to How the Heck for new explanations about how everyday things work. Your curiosity drives our exploration. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.